buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First play and a first pass for Cousins. And incomplete to open things up. Look at this Packers defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That is incomplete. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Running up first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And 2nd down. The Packers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked #9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Up the middle, Jones. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray going to fire one out wide. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And so the end of it over. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Play action now. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And this throw will be intercepted. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a handoff to Chandler. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
48. Hey, can't. What's that?
Off the play fake, Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Chandler. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They go play action. Cousins. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Here.
An inside give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Murray now to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half...
Vikings turn up the heat and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession.
And that's truly the way to change field position, isn't it? Block the punt and then take over inside the 5-yard line. What a tremendous job by them. You change momentum, you change field position, and give yourself a chance to score.
Chandler will score. Touchdown, Vikings. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that...
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. Again is to Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And the Vikings first down.
Cousins on first down. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Chandler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They run it with Chandler. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 9.
Hey, Steamer. Gun.
Addison will go in motion left.
Hey, no, easy.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans. 40 yards. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Give to Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Deeper. Black. Let's hit. Move.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's going to be caught. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 1 now from the 21.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Murray. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half from Murray. This one swung out here to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Completed out left to Downs. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try the right side with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Cousins.
This is caught by Evans. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Chandler on second down. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ty Chandler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Brian Asamoah leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Murray now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Forced out to his left. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Joseph's got it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Easy.
Murray now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Here's Chandler. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. To throw, Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Murray. Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
15 yards on the play. That's another.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2nd and 5.
What's that?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. 300.
On 3rd down, Chandler. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler.
46 yards.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will make this a 19-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.